What's up, y'all? This is Papa Smurf. We're the Noobs. This is my homie, Charlie Rapp.
Yo.
And we went through some changes. If you haven't realized, we're on YouTube now. I'm kind of a grandpa, so it took me a hot-ass minute to get on YouTube. So, Rapp, how you been, nigga?
Hey, man, same old thing. Working, school, fun times.
That sounds kind of depressingly boring.
Playing a lot of video games, or I try to at least.
Well, you know, we all agree to disagree that video games is the greatest escape ever. Movies is dope, but you're not in charge of the movies, though.
You're right. I can't wait for VR, man.
VR? Let us all know what that is.
Dude, Morpheus and what's the main one? Morpheus is the PS4. And they also have the Oculus Rift.
Oh, you know what's crazy, right? Your boy's been through some interesting shit recently, so I went through a vertigo test, right? And it's essentially the same shit as the optical rift, and that should trip me the fuck out, because they do like this kind of retinal scan shit where you gotta track stuff or whatnot, and they give you pictures to track, and it was kind of fucking realistic, so I can't imagine playing GTA, then taking that shit off, and not robbing somebody, you know what I'm saying?
I didn't even think about it that way. That's funny, though.
Yeah, like, it's on some crazy shit. Like, granted, there's no crazy violent games on the Rift that I've seen so far.
Not yet.
Not yet, yeah.
They already done porn, so...
Have they?
Yeah, we live in America. They're bound to create some type of violence.
Damn, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like there's Muslims out there really pissed off about that. Lots and lots of them. Because we have to add porn to everything.
Porn's awesome.
God bless America. God bless America. Speaking of porn, let's give a congratulations to every grown man who owns a Wii U, because Bayonetta is on it now. If you were thinking, damn, I don't have a game to eye-hump a video game character for on the Wii U, unless Brawl or Smash Brothers is your thing to eye-hump Link or...
Peach.
Did I say Link? That's homo.
She's hot.
Zelda's hot too in her, Assassin Creed kind of outfit or whatever. But Bayonetta is way hotter. And she almost gets pretty much naked in the game. Well, I mean, hey, you played the game, right?
Played the first one.
Yeah, so you're an angel that gets screwed by heaven. Oh, snap. She's naked, she gets naked, she fights angels, but they don't look like angels, which is dope about the game. And I think she summons demons and shit like that. Anyway, the point of the matter is, for all you, I don't want to say desperate guys, but guys who like art, if you will, you finally got something on the Wii U. So let's give a round of applause for everybody with
Clap it up.
You don't have anything like Mortal Kombat yet. I mean, so...
Yeah, I don't think they're going to Wii.
No?
I don't think so.
But you need some kind of violence.
Not on Nintendo, though. Not on the Nintendo system.
I mean, they had that one zombie game that came out from the way beginning.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
It did okay. That was about it.
Yeah.
And then other than that, they had Mario Kart and their normal Nintendo shit. But other than that, nothing much. Which brings me to the point, that's horrible holiday season spirit, nigga. How am I supposed to feel my Halloween on and shit if I have a Wii U?
You're stuck, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
So you gotta get that zombie game, Zombie U. That's what it's called, Zombie U.
Zombie U. Which is messed up because I bet you a bunch of dudes bought that console just for that game, beat the game, and said, dang it. I don't know what the hell to do with myself. So, but speaking of zombie games, and we'll get to interesting ones. I've been reading about it. I'm a huge fan of Dead Island, even though I haven't completely finished the second one yet. A game that's like Dead Island that looks just as dope, Dying Light. Have you heard about it?
Yeah.
It's like Dead Island, but on some real shit, because you can climb poles when the zombies are attacking you. But they run quicker, they're more active at night, but you get into scraps with these niggas. Like, they jump on you, and, you got to rope and dope and shit like that. It's an interesting looking game. It looks hard as fuck, though.
It's like a cross between Mirror's Edge and Dead Island.
Right. But they took the cool acrobatics of Mirror's Edge.
And then throw in zombie shit.
Right, and then they said, wait, wasn't Mirror's Edge lame because there was absolutely no violence in it? Wait, and then they reward you for not hurting anyone in Mirror's Edge? Yeah, interesting game. But anyway, Dying Light, awesome game. I think it comes out, my bad.
He means next year.
Comes out next year. But what's coming out right now, though, and is already on the PSN, is this game I just saw. I was talking to with my buddy at work. Is Outlast, I believe it is called. You are a man in an asylum, and you have to figure your way out from crazy, brutish monsters, and you can't fight against them, unfortunately.
But you have a camera, though.
Yeah, I'm gonna record myself getting my ass whooped.
Yeah, you're pretty much a bitch.
Yeah,
in the whole game.
You're like,
but it's pretty good.
It's kind of like Nightcrawler, but instead of watching other people get fucked up, you're watching yourself get fucked up.
In another dimension. So Nightcrawler with the BAMF that bamps into another Nightcrawler in a different dimension that watches himself get fucked up.
Who has a scary dude who looks like he should be in a dominatrix movie chasing you down and killing you.
Yes, alright.
But it looks cool though. I mean, like, there's not too many games out there where you're like, oh, it's a survival horror and you feel like you're surviving. After a while, most gamers is like, fuck the bullshit, I'm shooting something because I'm tired of running. This game, you have to run, you have to remember stuff. It sounds repetitive as hell, but it still sounds like an interesting ride at the end of the day.
It's a survival horror, you know. You have to have good sound quality. You have to really be immersed inside the game itself to really enjoy it. And that's for pretty much all survival horror games, except for these latest Resident Evils. These are more action oriented than.
Nigga, it was Die Hard meets zombies, bro. That was the new Resident Evil.
But I like
games.
Revelations though.
Revelations
I like
was
Revelations.
Badass. They swung back around the genre to make it scary again.
I enjoyed it. Have you seen the Revelations 2?
I have not yet.
It looks pretty good, man. I like the first one, so I'm hoping they move the bar higher than where they're at right now. But with them releasing it I think they're doing it every week, one episode a week, and it's supposed to be between 3 to 4 hours an episode.
Right.
So hopefully they just kill it when they come out with those. They're going the Walking Dead route.
Okay.
Releasing once a month
so
or whatever.
They're doing the season episodes, and you can either buy the episodes individually
or buy the
whole
season or wait for the whole thing to come out and buy it physically instead of digitally.
Video games about to take over TV, nigga.
Hey man, we're just trying to get a piece of that pie, dude.
That's crazy. Back in the day, you bought a whole game. Now you're fucking buying seasons and shit.
Yeah.
But no, I need to check that out because I love Resident Evil, but I have to admit, when they were on some Die Hard bullshit, wasn't feeling that shit too. It was fun, but I wasn't feeling that shit. When I was elbow dropping zombies and not turning, I wasn't feeling that shit.
Did you like Resident Evil 4?
Resident Evil. You know what?
For the GameCube.
Well, I played it for
Wii?
I think I played it for like every fucking version it came out with, minus the PC version.
Minus the PC version, right?
Because it was a little weird playing that on the keyboard, but no, that was possibly one of my favorite ones. I mean, Leon pretty much became dope after that game. Like, he was cool in the series, and then that game came out and you were like, okay, praise that.
Well, he was in Resident Evil 2, right?
Yes.
And I think they're remaking that one, or they're redoing number 1.
What I read was that they're remaking the whole entire game from scratch, but, you know, obviously prettier and on point, if you will, for the PS4. And then there's in works to make the original series of games on the PS4.
Like Nemesis and all that?
Yeah.
Nemesis wasn't that good to me, though.
You know what,
I didn't enjoy it that much.
No?
It was okay. I beat it. It was cool. There's one part that scared me.
Which
and
one?
That was I think it was the dogs. I went through a little area, and these dogs came out of nowhere, so I was like, what?
You know what it was? Because those dogs would be scary if they weren't zombies. Because they're motherfucking Dobermans at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So, but you're right. It wasn't the scarier of the games.
Yeah.
Nemesis was scary because you were like, shit, I only got so many bullets, and it seems like I have to shoot him 10,000 times to kill him. So that's what made him scary, but I feel you on that. I'm not sure how much it's confirmed, but I read some things in blogs and whatnot, whatever, that they're going to try to redo it. Please don't be like, I looked online and saw that they said the same thing about Final Fantasy. I don't know anything about that shit. All right. I'm just going to leave the whole Final Fantasy thing alone. I followed the whole, they're going to remake 7. I don't think that shit's ever going to happen. It's going to be like the next coming of Christ, essentially.
But how...
Once you see some Rapture shit, it's going to be...
bro. You know what? I would I would see people go to heaven so I could stay on Earth and play the remake of Final Fantasy VII.
You know what would be dope? I would stop being raptured so that when the Antichrist comes, I want to see if he actually comes to. Because that shit would be badass. Because Sephiroth has to be one of the best bad guys ever.
Dude, ever. And you know what's funny? I see a lot of people, not to sidetrack off of what we're talking about, but I see a lot of people talk about how Final Fantasy VII is overrated, but man, I remember myself growing up, and Final Fantasy VII is really that first 3D RPG that I've played, and till this day, it's so nostalgic. It's the most linear storyline, but it has such an impact on me as a kid that it's forever in my soul. Cloud is my dude. Like,
it's the equivalent.
Ares, don't die, please, no. I love you, but I still want to bang Tifa.
And I got over her real quick.
It didn't look like a dude, so I'm not really feeling you that much.
She didn't look like a dude.
She had no titties. And no booty.
They tried to make her very, very Asian. No offense to Asian women, but I think they were trying to go because everybody looked mad Asian. How did Kamari look Asian and he's a cat? If you think about it, the only one who didn't really look Asian was Waka, and that nigga Samoan, and he's already kind of technically he's Pacific Island Asian anyway. But anyway, we digress. It was I'm sorry. So back to what we were talking about with zombies. I will have to admit, one game that I played on the PSN is called How to Survive. Have you ever played it?
No.
I'm not sure if it's a PSN only. Anybody else listening to this podcast, if you've played the game, I love it. It's a zombie game, top view, I guess you can call it. Yes, my terminology is off. And you have to build your own weaponry. You have to make fire. You have to kind of go on missions and whatnot. And you level up your player and character, and you have to slowly build up an arsenal to, i.e., survive. That's the name of the game. Interesting game. There will be some recordings of it on the Facebook and whatnot. By the way, big up the Facebook, Templar Gaming League at facebook.com. That's where this show would be on, obviously, too, the link as well. But one thing I would have to say, I miss the 90s for one fucking reason, and it's for fucking House of the Dead. You know why? Because when you felt like shit, and you wanted to just shoot up random people, you played the zombie game. And when you wanted to play a crazy, angry, violent zombie game, you played House of the Dead.
House of the Dead was that shit, though.
I mean, you couldn't go wrong with House of the Dead. I don't know if you played any of the recent ones, even though the one I'm rocking right now isn't the most recent one, it's the one on the Wii or whatever. But when they come out with a new one on the arcade, it's always legit.
It is. Dude, it's the shit.
It makes you cry a little bit. Like,
it's the shit.
Like,
not epic bosses, but I always thought the bosses were fun to fight. They took forever to kill. It's just relentless shooting at these bastards as they throw goons at you while they're fighting you.
But you know what, though? Even if you lose or you win and you drop the controller and you're sweaty, because don't lie to yourself, you're sweaty because niggas are dodging, acting like there's zombies coming up and whatnot.
Yeah.
You're satisfied at the end of the day. And that's the awesome part about the video game experience, you know, because you are not worrying about your bills. You are worrying about how school sucks. You are worrying about how you're broke. You are literally worrying about a fake-ass zombie monster boss who's kicking your ass. And at that point, he's pissing you off, and he's gotta fucking take an ass whooping. That's some dope shit right there. I can appreciate that shit. Not us. You have any last words to say?
Freedom Wars. Check it out, people. Vita needs some love.
Yeah, if you're a Vita fan, jump on
it. I don't. Is there such thing as a Vita fan?
No.
I don't even know if there's such a thing.
You guys
wait, unless you like. Unless you like dancing anime girls rhythm games.
Yeah,
you are in the right place.
You're absolutely right.
Oh man, the Vita, I could talk about it all day.
Yeah, you know what? Next show, I think we should give a little spot.
Love to Vita?
Yeah.
Wait, love? Genuine love to Vita.
You know what? Next episode should be a general love for handhelds.
For handhelds. Okay.
You know why? Because at the end of the day, consoles are dope, But when you're on the move and you need your gaming fix like a crackhead, you always have your handhelds.
It's one of the best. Like, you can be doing anything. Something happens. Oh shit! Either flip your DS down or click that little button at the top of the Vita or PSP,
Word.
and you can go and solve the problems in your face. And then once you're done kicking ass, you're right back to kicking ass in the game. So it's all one big cycle.
Exactly.
It's lovely.
Anyone who is now working, who's in the gaming-ness, if you will, enjoy it. You know why? Because job doesn't suck. Because like he just said, you game, you turn off, you leave work, and you're right back into your fantasy zone, not realizing that you just wasted 8 hours of your life.
Hey, gamer time is not equal to regular time.
No,
Because you can feel like you played an hour of a game and 5 hours pass. You're like, fuck.
Word, it's like that
My
fucking
whole
anime
day.
Excel World and shit. Have you seen that
Yes,
shit?
yes,
It's
yes.
exactly like that.
That's exactly what it
We're
feels
gonna
like.
get rolling on an extremely different topic. So like I said, next episode, handheld. All day, every day. So you know we're gonna talk Nintendo, we're gonna talk PSP, we're gonna talk PS Vita. We're gonna even go old school to some old school shit that is prehistoric now. So stay with the Noobz. We'll try to hook you up. Check out the Facebook. We'll have new articles throughout the week and whatnot. I'm your boy Papa Smurf.
Peace.
Great part.